Hey guys, today I want to talk about getting very intentional about the kind of artwork that you are putting out. Now, I think, I'm thinking about my designers when I taught at a university. The first 4 years of design is really an experimentation process. Why is that? Because we're trying to find our style. But in our program in particular, and those of you who are not in a program like mine, one of the things that happens in the first year is that we do have to kind of go out of our way to produce more so that we can get our style down a little bit earlier. Now, what do I mean by this? You've probably heard me talk in the past, I don't love a designer just to be known for a specific style, because you can consistently pivot and update to do different styles as you move along in your design career. You're just going to get better. That's it. You will get better as a designer, which is very, very good, right? That's a good thing that we like to have happen. But at the beginning, it's kind of hard because we still have to put out work and we have to develop that style. Being perfect or being a certain type of designer doesn't happen at the beginning. It comes through a transition and a journey. And so what I want to talk to you about is being a little more intentional about the artwork that you put out. At the beginning, it's okay to play around with a lot of different ideas. But as you settle into certain specific themes or certain styles, it's okay to go all the way in. Sometimes I'll have a designer say to me, I feel like I have done 5 or 6 of these, and it's just too many, or it's just too much, and I don't want to do any more of this. And I'll say, but you're the only one doing it. And if you would just finish out this design thought, then you would be the one to have the majority of the market on this. And once we think about it more like that, someone comes to my store and they're looking for a specific thing. Say they're looking for a t-shirt and they want grandma on it, but then I take that look or whatever it is I'm doing and I make sure that it is, filled out for mom and dad and cousin and whatever else, then I'm kind of taking care of that entire group of people that might be looking for that particular design. So it's okay to really play out a design all the way that you want to, okay? So let me give you an example of this. For a long time, I was really well known for doing all these villages, and I really like doing villages. My first village I did was this little haunted Halloween village. It's still very popular. People buy it on lots of the different websites that I'm on, and people just really love it. And it was the first time I had really dealt with architecture and kind of figuring out structural things. It was really fun, just really fun to do. I kind of got well known for doing these little villages. So what did I do next? I did a full Christmas village. And then the next year I did a mini Easter, and I did a mini Valentine's. And then the next year I did a glitter village. I did a Santa Claus village, and those were both for Christmas. I did more pieces like tiny villages. And I felt like it was fine to really play out with this little village idea because people liked them so much from me. And that's what I'm talking about. It's okay to really dig into maybe not even a style, but a theme or an area of focus that you are really good in, and play that out all the way. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, if anything, it makes you really intentional so that people can get to know your work and they start to associate you with something. One of the issues we have in this day and age is that people's their attention span is all over the place, right? So this designer over here, this designer over there, and it's really hard to capture a market. And because of that, one of the things that you can do as a designer is really dig into kind of that area of focus that you are getting into. And when that happens, then your name gets associated with that thing. And when your name gets associated with that thing, that's really, really powerful. Why? Because that is marketplace identity. And it just really helps. If someone starts thinking, oh, I really want to do villages, I'm going to go check out Carina Gardner's shop because that's what I'm a little known for, right? Versus you might hear of someone doing funny t-shirt quotes. Well, if you know the name associated with that, you're going to go check that place first, right? So there's a lot of power with name association with a specific type of design or product. That is very intentional. That's a smart marketing move. Now, some of you might be like, but I'm so early on, Carina. I don't know if I can do that. Guys, this is a time thing. And really it's advice mostly for those of you in your second, your third, your fourth year. My first years, a lot of times we do need to dabble a little more to find what we are intended to do. But that can still be done with intention, right? Like you're kind of playing around, figuring it out. But as soon as you find a market or a style that you really enjoy, stick to it. Figure out what you can do in it, what you can bring to the table. I think that's a really powerful way to be thinking carefully about how you are designing. And that's it. Hopefully this is helpful, especially those of you who are just getting started. Those of you who are in your second and your third year, try to speak to all of you at different levels, because there are a lot of different levels here to help you get to wherever you're trying to go on this design journey, because it certainly is a fun one. A little bit of a roller coaster if we don't know what we're doing, but definitely a fun ride. If you are on the YouTube channel, first of all, thanks for being here. I just appreciate it so much. Would you mind subscribing to the channel? I can't tell you how much I appreciate those of you who do subscribe to the channel. It really helps me. It helps other people see that this content is valuable. And if this is something you really want to do, I promise you there's room for you. There's room for everybody. And by sharing this information and getting more people out there designing well, we crowd out all the terrible design work out there, the unintentional design work. And that's what I'm really trying to do, okay? And those of you on the podcast, if you wouldn't mind leaving a review, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it when you guys do. It is so nice of you. I appreciate it so much. And I do read them, so I really, really appreciate it. And just want to thank you right now for doing that. All right, guys, I hope you guys have an amazing week, and I will talk to you soon.
Hey, did you know that you can visit me at makeanddesign.com to learn more about this podcast and join my VIP group for weekly freebies? I can't wait to see you there.